Welcome, everybody. John Zager. JohnZager.com. Wanted to get on and talk to you guys a little bit today. And I just finished my podcast. And I seem pretty heated. So this must be a good time to talk to you all while it's on my mind. I'm going to be driving for, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes while I'm talking. I want to go out and check something. So it worked out okay the last time we did this. It works out. Just have to bear in mind there's a little bit of road noise. Actually, it turned out to be not that much last time. The blinkers is what makes noise, and I will try not to use the blinkers. But so my YouTube video today is about what happened to America. And I think this is okay the way it is. I just have it set in one of these cups. I don't know if it's going to come out or not, but maybe it will, maybe it won't. I'll go down here and try to park for a minute and see if it works out any better. But what happened to America? I kind of want to go on a rant a little bit today about that. I just did it on my podcast, and I feel like I need to say a couple more things. And as a result of two things. One, the pandemic, and two, the riots, right? And I'm a little concerned, I'm a lot concerned about America and what's just taken place, you know. I'll try parking here for a little bit, you guys, and see if we can get some stuff accomplished parking here. Let me turn the air on for a minute. But so the pandemic. Here's my spin. I don't want anybody voicing their opinion about, what is it? Checking the authenticity of what I have to say. This is my opinion based on what I read and the research that I do and what I listen to and the sources that I listen from. China clearly has said that they, in their biochemical lab in Wuhan, were developing, different things for war viruses. And one of them got out, slipped out. Well, I don't know if it slipped out, got out, or they put it out. Who cares? But they're willing to say that. And of course, politically they're willing to say, I'm just moving this around, you guys, don't worry about it. They're also willing to say, well, we had nothing to do with anything. So you kind of have to figure that one out on your own. So, a couple weeks ago, they came up with a deal. There, that works a lot better. They came up with a deal a couple weeks ago, and it was on the internet, and it didn't stay up for very long. The stuff I run across doesn't stay up for very long because various people don't want it available to be seen. And they said, well, we can send you the antidote vaccine. They developed the virus, right? Well, who else would have the cure for the virus or the antidote but the country that did that, China? They openly said, we have the antidote, we have the vaccine. Do you want it? We can send it to you. You never heard anything about that. Never heard anything about that. It was up for a day. Here's the interesting part. Gates, who's frantically trying to fund several different sources to find a vaccine would be the person ultimately who manufactures the vaccine and the person who stands to reap all the income from the vaccine, which he, in his own words, has said, you need to get a card once you get the vaccine so that you can get gas, you can get groceries, you can go wherever you want to go, but you have to show your card. What happened to America? That's a pretty simple statement, you guys. That's a simple statement. Where in the hell does it say that people in America have to take a vaccine, get a card in order to get gas, get groceries, and live a life of quote-unquote freedom? We never, ever, ever would have allowed that again to happen in the past. And now the thought is out there and it's being spoken. It's being spoken by Gates and all of his people that, what's his name, Fauci, who they should have fired, who Trump got suckered into that relationship, and Berg is another one. They both should be nowhere near public speaking on behalf of America. Trump got suckered into that one. There's a whole lot of that kind of stuff going on that needs to stop. The pandemic, in my opinion, was to get Trump out of office. If another country, China in this particular case, along with all the liberal Democrats that are on board, and they openly talk about this, you guys, I'm not making this up. They openly talk about being on the side of China. It's in your face every day if you just read. Because they want Trump out of office. No matter how they have to do it, they want Trump out of office. There are so many people in this world and countries that are so angry at Trump. They want him out of office. And they were willing to go this far. The Chinese, the country of China, wanted to have Hillary Clinton as president, because they could walk all over her. She's the dumbest bitch I've ever met. She allowed people to be killed and murdered and did nothing to protect them. She should be arrested and tried for treason. She should be hung publicly without anything over her face. And Obama was sitting right there next to him. That son of a bitch, I don't even know who out there would vote for that bastard. He should be arrested and tried for treason and hung without a mask. There's a lot of shit going on in this country, and I don't like it. I've lived in America. I love America. I grew up with a different mentality of America. Americans never took bullshit from anybody. We had a mentality like a John Wayne, for instance. Common sense, right and wrong. And if you go over that, you're going to be responsible for that behavior of yours. Look at the parents. Look at the parents. Look at the parents that have allowed these, what do they call them? Millennials to exist on the planet. The boys, I don't know, what's a feminine name of a boy? They're wearing buns in their hair. Their dad, if their dad had any balls, they'd take them out behind the garage and beat the fucking shit out of those kids and teach them right from wrong. That should not be allowed. We should not have parents teaching kids to be that liberal. That's wrong. Right and wrong. These kids are living in the upstairs, the downstairs of their mothers, their fathers. They won't get a job. They don't know how to work. They're pathetic. What's happened to America? The big one, this is day 11. Actually, this is day 12. Last night was day 11. We've had riots in our country before, but not quite to the extent that we have them right now. I'm all in favor of black people, people of any color, having equal rights to every single person on the planet. I'm 100% behind you. I support you. There is no reason for you to go out and destroy downtowns, cities, towns, neighborhoods, burn things down, burn massive amounts of things down. There's no reason for that. We would have never allowed that to happen before. And you expect the police department to get down on one knee for you? That should never have happened. And you now want to dismantle police forces in the United States so that you have more rights to go and rape and pillage and do as you want because you're black? Here's where the line used to be. We would shoot your fucking ass. We would shoot your ass if you tried that in the past. You don't have any rights to go do that. And then we have the politicians. Who's that little mayor creep guy up in Minneapolis? We're going to dismantle the police department. That guy's playing with no brains. We're now taking away all of those bullets that they've been using. They can't have that. They can't use, what's the other thing? Tear gas or something like that? Let's take all of their weaponry away so that our liberal kids can go and do whatever the hell they want. That's what the parents have taught them. That's what the parents have taught American kids today. That's how stupid the parents are. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Does anybody have any balls left in America? What about all these politicians that are making millions and millions of dollars, and all they can do is talk hate towards Trump and talk hate towards politics that are going on that they don't like? Some of them even saying, I'm going to move out of America. They haven't left. They know a good thing when they have it. And then what about these professional athletes? The athletes who, they make millions of dollars. They're fairly wealthy. Actually very wealthy. And they hate America so bad what's that son of a bitch? Kaepernick or whatever his name is. I forget his name. You know, he knelt down in protest of the American flag or whatever the hell he was protesting. He hates America that bad that he caused a bunch of other people to just follow along like sheep. If you don't like what you're getting, the millions of dollars playing professional sports in America, living in mansions, get the hell out of our country. I'm all in favor of Trump or whoever is in charge. I don't even care anymore. I'm all in favor of actually kicking their asses out of here. Who's that little gay girl who kicks a ball or something, plays soccer, wants to be president or some stupid thing, has got some grandiose idea that people actually are supportive of her. Kick her ass out of the country. Tell her she's not welcome. We don't want people like that in America. Who else is there? There's a list of them. You know, if they hate it so bad and they've got so many freedoms and rights and money and housing, and all they can do is badmouth America, that's okay. If that's the way you want to have your thinking, that's okay. But you don't live here and do that in our house. This is our hood. And then, what was it, a year or two ago, or whenever it was, when Obama was in office and he was allowing everybody to run over the border? I don't know, they'd get like thousands of people lined up down there, or some stupid thing, from third world countries being paid by Soros, and, you know. I think people from third world countries are more than welcome in America. But the front door is in Washington, D.C. If you want to come in the front door, you're welcome. We want you here. If you want to talk about all the privilege you have for being in America, you're welcome. We want you here. But if you want to overthrow our government and come over the border in thousands, I think we have the right to line up the army and shoot every one of you fuckers dead. I think all of these politicians, and they're Democrat progressive liberals, right? Hickenlooper did nothing for Colorado when he was governor, and now we come to find out he was getting all kinds of freebies, and the ethics committee, I think 3 days ago, finally, I don't know what they call it, sanctioned him or filed something on him for being guilty. And he doesn't care. He doesn't care because he got away with it. He should never, ever be allowed to be in politics in America again. I think if you make an error, you're out. You don't get to play the game anymore. I think that little mayor up there. I'll tell you what the other one. What are those 5 women? What are they? I don't even know. Let me think. Are they Muslim? I don't know. I don't know. I have to plead ignorant. But all they do, I think they're in Congress. One of them might be in the Senate. I'm not real sure. But all they do is trash America. And when I say trash America, I am being very, very, very polite. It's my opinion. And this whole YouTube little thing of mine right now, it's my opinion. I live in America. I have the right to say what I'm saying. I think we ought to go to those, I don't know, 4 or 5 women, whatever they are, that trash America day in and day out. There's no reason for them to be in political office in America with their backgrounds. They came here hating America, like the Obamas. The Obamas hate white people. Why don't we talk about that for a while? Why don't we go back and show the videos that there are of them trashing white people? Why don't they put that on the air? Why can't we talk about that? I think those women in Congress or wherever the hell they're at, we ought to go and just say, you know, here's a plane ticket back home. Don't ever come back. You're not allowed to come back. And you lose every single possession you have. You don't get to run home and grab a handful of stuff and take it with you. You lost everything. Hop on this plane right now and go. I mean, I can go on and on and on with more and more and more people. But what are we doing, America? What are we doing? Are you that new to this country? Are you that young of a parent that you weren't around when America was strong? Nobody messed with America. Nobody spoke negative to America. We never had a president who went to other countries and made excuses and apologies for America. I'm just blown away. I'm blown away by that. I'm just blown away. You know, we have a black man who has a violent history, rap sheet, criminal history, who died as a result of a cop who obviously was not doing the right thing, and is going to be in court, and he's going to be sentenced for the crime he committed. And for all you black people, I'm on your side. I'm not against you. But don't come in my country and start burning it down and trashing it. Don't come in my country and do that. And don't come in my state. And don't come in my town. There's a lot of people just like me that are not speaking out. And we'll shoot your ass dead. And that'll stop the looting real fast. Real fast. And Soros can maybe stop paying you thugs to come into our country and do this stuff. Don't come anywhere near my town. Don't come into my state. Don't think you're going to get away with that, because you're not. There's a lot of sympathizers with you that are Democrat, progressive liberals, that are actually politicians that are partaking in your rioting. We can shoot them too. America needs to get back to where it was, its roots, and the mentality that we grew up with, and the mentality that made us strong. And just because I'm one person out here voicing some pretty strong opinions, I know as a fact there's a lot of me out here. I won't go on anymore, and I will probably get on in the next day or two and talk a little bit more about it, hopefully in a little more rational manner. But just as the rioters are sick and tired of stuff, I'm entitled to be sick and tired. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. This is my country. This is where I live. I'm not going anywhere. I work my ass off every day to keep this a good country. So, anyway, I'll probably talk to you guys in the next day or two. Thanks a lot. Bye.